Going now to Hawaii, the Honolulu Rail Transit is an urban rail rapid transit system currently under construction, mainly in the southern part of Oahu Island in Hawaii. The mostly elevated system seeks to alleviate the traffic issues that have plagued the state's most populous urban center in recent years. The first phase of the project, linking Kapolei in West Oahu and Aloha Stadium, is scheduled to open in 2018. While the second phase, continuing the line to Ala Moana Center adjacent to Waikiki, is slated to open in 2019. However, since construction began in 2012, increasing and unforeseen costs have put the whole project under closer scrutiny. Our EBC Hawaii correspondent Alfred Asenas has this update.
The cost to build Honolulu's rail transit system has already increased from $5.3 billion to slightly above $8 billion, according to latest estimates from the Federal Transportation Administration. In addition, the project will now cost city payers another $100 million a year once it's finally operating. City officials say that shortening the rail route to save money could cost jobs and foul up plans for affordable housing and new businesses along the transit route. The Honolulu City Auditor and several council members have slammed the rail authority for not developing a plan early on to pay for the rail's operating and maintenance costs. City Council member Trevor Ozawa stated, quote, $100 million is 5% of our entire operating budget every year. So who's going to pay for it? We have to commit so much for sewage projects. We have a huge budget for police, fire, and ambulances. End of quote. State and city lawmakers have already authorized a 5-year extension on the 0.5% general excise tax or GET surcharge to pay for construction cost overruns. But Mayor Kirk Caldwell and city council members have vowed not to increase property taxes to pay for the rail's operating costs. Currently, about 30% of the rail's operating and maintenance costs will be covered by fares, while the city subsidizes the remaining 70%. Electrical costs represent the biggest chunk of those costs and are fixed. Salaries for about 300 rail authority employees represent another large segment. In this YouTube video, Honolulu Mayor Kirk Caldwell proudly demonstrates the unique features on the first 4-car train set that arrived at Honolulu Harbor last May. Features that he described include the first ever rail system in the U.S. to have driverless cars, and this one.
It's yellow. You know, we're walking and you can see it's so open. There's room for a total of 800 people on a 4-car train. The other thing I like, is these trains technologically advanced. Wi-Fi, so you can sit here and do your work as you go to and from work. Kids can sit here and do their homework on their laptop. They also have security cameras here, closed circuit cameras in every single train. You can see it's right up here. You can see there's the camera. And so if bad things happen, they're being watched and being stopped.
CEO Dan Grabowskis, meanwhile, assured that HART will look at every way to squeeze or reduce costs, as it is also working for ways to increase its non-fare revenues. One idea calls for HART to co-develop areas next to its Pearl Highland stations and other stops. He said his staff recently received 6 proposals from private developers for the Pearl Highland station. He said that there's certainly going to be some opportunity for advertising on board the train, maybe even do concessions around the stations. For the Hawaii News Bureau and reporting from Honolulu, this is Alfred Asenas for Eagle News, and I'm one with 25.